Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to It Came From the 80's, Deep Bougie 86 here again. Now, the film I got for you guys today is a film from 1983, which I was actually sent to review through Arrow Video US. They actually sent me a screener copy of this film. I don't actually have like a legit item to show you, so I'm going to do this the best of my abilities without one. And the film entitled is Microwave Massacre. Yes. This film is directed by Wayne Burrick, and it stars Jackie Vernon. And Jackie Vernon's actually a very interesting character. He was a stand-up comedian, and most notably known for me personally, he was actually the voice of Frosty the Snowman in the old animated specials, the first Frosty the Snowman, Frosty's Winter Wonderland. He also voiced Frosty again, and Rudolph's 4th of July, which very interesting when I was watching this film, I'm like, why does this guy's voice sound so familiar? And I looked him up, and yeah, he was Frosty the Snowman, so I had that image in my head while I was watching this film. But other than that, this film is about Jackie Vernon's character, known as Donald in this film. He's a construction worker who has arguments with his wife because his wife starts making meals for him and stuff, and he's not liking the food. So he goes to extents to try to get food that he does like. And one scene in particular, he starts eating dog food on a sandwich. Yeah. And then he comes home late one night and he has an argument with his wife, and he had enough. So he ends up killing her and chopping her up and putting her in the freezer. And one moment later, after a split accident in the trash, he grabs something in the trash to eat he threw out of the fridge, and he finds out that he likes it, and he looks down and sees what it is, and it's actually his wife's hand. So he starts to get a taste for human flesh. So pretty much what the main plot of this film and trials after that is his descent into cannibalism in a way. And we follow him and watch him interact with other people, including his victims and people that don't know that he's a cannibal. That's pretty much the main plot of the film without giving too much away in it. Now, with a plot like that and stuff, it was kind of I didn't know what to really expect from this film. This film is a very low budget film. It has this low budget charm and heart put into it, and there's a lot of distinctive things that happen in this film. First off, start with the cast. The cast is very minimal, non-known actors. The only actor that's probably known is Jackie Vernon, who I might add is actually probably one of the best parts of this film is his performance in it. It really works for his character, and his lines and the way he delivers them and interacts with other people is kind of brilliant in my way. And he is one of the best key goals of this film in general. The other actors, they are all the two buddies that he hangs out at the construction site. They're actually really good. I like the interaction between them and Jackie Vernon's character. It seems pure and genuine, like they were on the job for a while. And there's a lot of dark humor and humorous stuff in this film, I have to say. There's a scene in the beginning where they're all eating lunch, and this is fucking hilarious because I actually never seen this before in real life. Jackie Vernon's character pulls out this sandwich with a fucking crab in the middle of it, an actual crab, and I'm just dying laughing at this stuff. But yeah, the delivery and all the signs of the sleazy aspects of this film. This film has a lot of fucking sleaze in it, I might add too. There's a lot of because one of the things is that he picks up girls and to make meals out of them, and there's a lot of sleazy aspects with the characters between them and the interactions with his character. There's a lot of sleazy aspects of the film, including this awesome opening scene that opens the film with its film's credits, where it's like the main theme of the film, which I actually really dig the main theme by Leif Harwith, I believe that's the name of the composer of this film. He does a really insane, like, good, like, synth, like, pounding score in the beginning, and it plays off because it syncs with like this girl strutting down the street, like with like certain areas of her body that you're supposed to be looking at, like her breasts and her ass, and it really shows like distinctive of like it sync with the music, and I'm like, oh cool, I like how they did that, because you find out, you know, what kind of film you're in for, because in that first scene there's like a great like humorish shit going on, and it has like its sleazy aspect when it goes more into the scene. Now, if I gotta say, like, for a film like this with its low budget and its comedy, I actually do like a lot of like horror comedy stuff, and this one had like this low budget feel charm that I like. It's not an amazing film by any means, but it has like the heart of like those very obscure films from the 80s that you find in like video stores, because this was one of them. It has like that heart and feel to like a lot of like indie directing films that I see today, and I kind of respect what the filmmakers were doing with it. So if I had to rate this film, I'm going to give it a solid 6.5 out of 10. It's nothing too spectacular, and it has some laugh out loud moments to it, but it does have like a great performance by its main lead, and it has a lot of like great like quirky moments too that I actually did laugh at. I really did enjoy this film. And now for the special features, there's actually a very in-depth like 20-minute documentary with interviews with the director and the producer, and Lee Shine, who's I believe that's how you pronounce his name. He was like one of the stars of the film. He actually played one of Jackie Vernon's construction worker buddies that I was talking about earlier, and he in-depths in how they had the process and the history of this film. And it was really in-depth, and I really did like that, because it made me actually like the film more when you actually hear like the filmmaker's stories and stuff. And it had a commentary track with the producer also, with a moderator, which was really interesting. I talked about like how the film's budget and a little cool stories. Like there was one story in particular where Wes Craven was even involved in this film somehow, like with the prop guy. He actually was friends with Wes Craven at the time, and that's why they got the prop guy, because of Wes Craven, which was a really in-depth story, and talked about like a few years later and how they met Wes. And there's a lot of cool, interesting like facts and history of this film, with like rumors starring like Paul Rubens, aka Pee Wee Herman, was actually in the film when he's not, which is actually really interesting. Yeah, this is a hell of a release from Arrow Video. If you like your low budget cheese films, this one's def for you, like I do. And yeah, if I had to rate the whole release as a whole, give it a solid 8 out of 10, even though the film is like a 6.5 out of 10 for me. But the whole release is an 8 out of 10. So yeah, def check out Microwave Massacre. It's an awesome film from the 80s. And as always, guys, I'll see you next video. Peace out.